In Indian mythology, Lord Ganesh is revered as the embodiment of wisdom and prosperity and the first deity to be invoked in rituals to ensure success. He is known as the great scribe and the remover of obstacles. Today, let's imagine what if Lord Ganesh becomes a D&D hero and make an awesome artwork of it. Lord Ganesh is the son of Lord Shiva, the primordial god of destruction, and Lady Parvati, the embodiment of cosmic energy that sustains the creation. His origin is an intriguing chapter in Indian mythology. Lord Shiva personally ruled over the Ganas, a diverse and huge group of devotees. From beastmen to celestials, from sages to ghosts, this band of devotees is revered to be the strongest group in the universe. Now, as Lord Shiva and Lady Parvati are a divine couple, the Ganas also obey the goddess. But if they have to choose between Lord Shiva and Lady Parvati, they always obey the god. There are interesting stories on how this partiality of devotion caused weird situations. Moreover, Lord Shiva being the primordial god of destruction, nobody wanted to get on his bad side, and there is not a single being in the cosmos who can defy his wishes. So, Lady Parvati wanted some of her own, who, even in the most dangerous situation, will be on her side. One day, before going to have a bath, the goddess took some turmeric paste off her body and created a beautiful boy. She breathes life into the boy, calls him son, and orders him to guard the door while she takes her bath. The boy took the job pretty seriously. He refused the messengers of Lord Shiva to even talk to the goddess. Now, these messengers, who are actually Ganas, never seen him before, and the boy also never seen anyone but his mother. So, Ganas thought him to be a demon in disguise kidnapping Lady Parvati, and he thought them to be annoying creatures disturbing his mother. Both sides attacked each other, but the boy bested them easily. Furious and scared for their goddess, they returned with the full force of the Ganas. As I have said, Ganas are the strongest army in the creation, for they signal the moment of destruction. But the boy single-handedly defeated the mightiest force in the universe. Terrified, the gods also joined the fight to rescue the mother of the creation from a seemingly innocent single boy. But nothing could get past him. They assumed that this must be a very strong demon, and only the god of destruction can kill him. So they prayed to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, amused with both the innocence and valor of the boy, considered him as a beautiful anomaly and tried to reason with him as one usually do with a little boy. But the boy refused even the god of destruction. Furious, the god severed his head and killed him. When news of his death reached the goddess, she broke into tears, and in her grief, she announced to destroy all the Ganas and the gods and eventually decimate entire universe. Knowing the identity of the boy, Lord Shiva felt immense guilt, and all the gods prayed to the goddess to come down. On intervention of Lord Brahma, the primal god of creation, Lady Parvati demanded her son to be alive and treated as the leader of the gods and Ganas. As the boy alone bested the Ganas, nobody has any problem with respecting him as their leader. But to revive him, Lord Brahma needed his head, which got destroyed by Lord Shiva. So the gods went to search for a suitable alternative, and when they found an elephant, they took the head. Finally, with a beautiful elephant head on his shoulder, the boy was revived, and Lord Shiva named it Ganesh, which meant Lord of the Ganas, and declared that Lord Ganesh will be worshipped before all other gods. So this is the most popular origin story of Lord Ganesh. Now let's see how he will be if he gets reimagined in Dungeons and Dragons universe. We first start with race because Lord Ganesh has a unique anthropomorphic physique due to his special origin. He has an elephant head with one broken tusk, and rest of the body resembles a human. Now, in Dungeons and Dragons, the Loxodons are elephantine humanoids whose appearance mirrors Lord Ganesh's physical form. They have natural strength, wisdom, and a connection to nature and spirituality. Now, as a Loxodon, he gets bonus ability points in Constitution and Wisdom. He also gets natural armor, which gives him bonus AC on his Constitution modifier. The Loxodon Serenity gives advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened, and Keen Smell gives advantage on perception checks. Loxodons have powerful build, where carrying capacity gets a size bonus. And finally, because of having an elephant head, Lord Ganesh can use his trunk to lift, interact, and even grapple objects. Regarding his class, I am taking a different approach this time. Lord Ganesh is directly created by the goddess of everything with her own energy and physical residues, and breathed her own life into him, turning a model made of turmeric and dirt into a living, breathing creature. This made him powerful from the very beginning of his life, as if Lord Ganesh is already a gifted prodigy, destined to be a god. Now, there is one class that is similar to the archetype of being gifted from birth, and that is the sorcerer class. Sorcerers in D&D are powerful masters of arcane magic, and their magical ability is mostly innate rather than studied like wizards, druids, and bards, or bargained like warlocks or bestowed by gods like clerics. Now, these inherent magical abilities of a sorcerer can come from Fae, celestial or draconic ancestry, exposure to wild magic, or similar unknown cosmic energies. Lord Ganesh defeated the powerful Gana army and the gods without any training in combat. He didn't even know who the primordial gods of universe were and challenged the god of destruction himself, relying on his inherent abilities. As such, he is best fit for the sorcerer class, having innate powers directly from his connection to his mother, goddess Parvati. Because his powers originated from his mother, who is a supreme divine being, his subclass can be divine soul. Moreover, the divine soul sorcerers can also cast some cleric spells thanks to divine magic skill, which can be associated with healing and recovery. Lord Ganesh is known as a protector and remover of obstacles, which can be linked with healing if we stretch the connection enough. Now, as a sorcerer, he gets metamagic abilities, which on use of a special currency, namely sorcerer point, allows him to manipulate spells like empowering, quickening, dual targeting or twinning, increasing range, and so on. This opens for greater versatility in utilizing spells. Besides his combat presence, Lord Ganesh is more known for his vast knowledge and role as a scribe and a divine scholar. According to mythological stories, he is the only one who could finish scribing the grand epic Mahabharata, and he did wrote down the entire epic containing more than 100,000 couplets. To capture his mythological role, his D&D background should ideally be sage. The sage background grants proficiency in arcana and religion, representing his mastery over mystical and divine role. He is fluent in several languages, including Common, Celestial, and Loxodon, signifying his role as a communicator between realms and his scholarly nature. His researcher feature ensures he can always find pathways to knowledge, reflecting his mythological role as a guide and problem solver. Lord Ganesh is revered as the remover of obstacles and the divine protector in Indian mythology. He champions the greater good, balances justice with compassion, and upholds cosmic order. This epitomizes lawful good alignment, and we are also going with the same. In this reimagination, Lord Ganesh is a young Loxodon named Ganesh who left his quiet village deep in the mountains so that he can write an epic saga on the adventures of a hero, obviously based on real events, with some spices here and there. He has an insane sweet tooth and can spend entire day only by eating sweets. Tasting all kinds of sweets is also a part of this epic adventure chronicle. He has inherent spellcasting abilities and has a pretty good grasp on them. But as he grew up in a secluded village, he has little idea of how strong he actually is, and so he prefers to use his skills bare minimum. He is often seen telling stories, solving small problems that require very little amount of magic, and spending his time eating sweets. However, recently he happens to save a caravan from goblin bandits all by himself, and his potential did not go unnoticed. Rumor of a Loxodon sorcerer has started brewing, and soon Ganesh may become the hero of his own epic. Being a sorcerer, charisma is the most important stat, as all his spells use charisma. Now, as a Loxodon, Lord Ganesh gets +2 in Constitution and +1 in Wisdom. Constitution is important for being resilient, and the natural armor skill of Loxodon race gives him bonus AC on his Constitution modifier. Dexterity, on the other hand, gives initiative advantage. So I am going with 15 charisma, 14 +2 Constitution, 12 dexterity, and 11 +1 wisdom. Strength and intelligence will be at 10 each. This removes any negative modifier and gives a solid start with decent Constitution and charisma. On the way to level 20, 2 ability score improvement will increase the charisma to 19. As a sorcerer, Warcaster and Resilient feats are good choices. Warcaster allows him to maintain concentration on spells more easily and cast spells when holding weapons, reflecting his ability to maintain control over complex spells during battle. With Resilient feat, Lord Ganesh gets proficiency in Constitution saving throws, reinforcing his resilience and vitality. As the leader of the Gana army, Inspiring Leader feat allows him to use his charisma to grant temporary hit points to his allies. symbolizing his role as a guide and protector, inspiring others to overcome obstacles. Lord Ganesh is often seen with an axe or an elephant goad as his weapon. He is also seen enjoying sweets with his trusted mount, a giant mouse. As a sorcerer, he can only use simple weapon, and I think a hand axe will fit here. In this artwork, however, I am completely removing any weapon for the specific pose. As for armor, sorcerer uses light armor, and I am drawing a decorated light armor with a flowing cape and hood. His belt has a mouse head insignia for the mouse mount. Lord Ganesh is known to be an excellent scribe, so for tools, he will be carrying ink, paper and a special quill. Up to level 20, Lord Ganesh will get 6 cantrips. Cantrips are spells that does not require spell slots to cast. Keeping up with his mythological roots, guidance and thaumaturgy cantrips suit him as an excellent and efficient leader with commanding presence and authority. Whenever I think of thaumaturgy, I think of Gandalf getting bigger before Bilbo when he denies letting go of the One Ring. I am also trying to capture a commanding spellcasting presence in the artwork here. Sacred Flame is another good cantrip showing his divine power causing decent radiant damage. Mending is a healing cantrip which is super important and reflects his skill as a remover of obstacles. Mage Hand is a useful cantrip and can work as a magical extension of his trunk. For the 6th, Spare the Dying can be useful to save an ally at the last moment. Unlike previous videos where we are taking every level individually and discussing on spells or actions, I have decided to have a comprehensive discussion on class features. Of course, the spells have their own levels and not all are accessible at the beginning, but listening to my past discussions on level-wise access to features, I felt that it becomes kind of monotonous and deviates from the core of these videos, and that is to imagine these mythological gods as heroes in a completely different fantasy settings with special rules while drawing parallel to their mythical aspects and stories. I don't know if any of my viewers even watch the video that long, but a little experiment or change in pattern is always welcome. So, a Divine Soul Sorcerer is basically a sorcerer who can protect and heal others besides dealing lots of damage. Lord Ganesh hailed as the remover of obstacles, which can mean 2 things. 1. Removing obstacles by defeating the enemies directly, or 2. By empowering allies to overcome the obstacles themselves. And both of these aspects of removing obstacles fit perfectly with the playstyle of a Divine Soul Sorcerer. We have already discussed the cantrips. Now, regarding spells, he gets access to both sorcerer and cleric spells, and Lord Ganesh can cast both kinds of spells using his charisma. The healing through Cure Wound spell and protection through Bless spell reflect his role as a divine protector. The extra dice roll when failing a saving throw or miss an attack thanks to the feature favored by the gods aligns with his ability to influence luck and fortune. As a sorcerer, he gets sorcery points, which helps getting more spell slots and with metamagic, so that he can cast extra spells or modified spells. These points gradually increase with level up. Metamagic is the sorcerer's signature mechanic, allowing him to twist and adapt spells according to need. It is a costly but powerful system. For metamagic, I think Empowered Spell, Quickened Spell and Careful Spell are the best choices to represent his mythical nature. Empowered Spell enhances his damage or healing rolls, making the spell casting more effective. Quickened Spell makes the spell as a bonus action cast, allowing him to cast another spell, and Careful Spell helps him to protect his allies from friendly fire. The Sorcerer's Restoration at level 20 makes him regain 4 sorcery points on a short rest, ensuring sustainability in prolonged challenges. Now, keeping up with his mythological roots, I think the following spells will suit him best. Shield or Shield of Faith creates a barrier of divine protection. Healing Word is a decent healing spell at starting levels. Mass Cure Wounds is an awesome spell which does wonder with empowered healing. Lesser Restoration removes negative effects, whereas Greater Restoration fully heals and also removes curses. Revivify or Resurrection brings back fallen allies, a must for someone like Lord Ganesh. True Resurrection represents his divine power over life and death, ensuring that no obstacle, even death, can stand in the way of those under his protection. Unearthly Recovery at higher level is an excellent self-healing spell. For dealing damage, Guiding Bolt, Fireball, Sunbeam are decent spells symbolizing his divine power to remove evil with destructive force. As Lord of Ganas, the group of strange beings ranging from ghosts to celestials, spirit guardians can be a great spell for Lord Ganesh to represent his underlings. Wish can be a very tempting spell to choose, but I prefer not choosing it to keep Lord Ganesh's feet on the ground. Speaking of keeping feet on the ground, at level 14, Lord Ganesh gets otherworldly wings, a bonus action that can make him fly. With high level of constitution and charisma, Lord Ganesh, even as a sorcerer, can hold his own pretty well. Coming to the artwork, I have drawn him in a spellcasting pose with all the glowing spell circles around him. His attire has some flowery kinds of design. I preferred blue as the main color here. You can say that the cantrip thaumaturgy is in effect here with the storm clouds in the backgrounds and the effect of brooding shadow on his face. His belt has a mouse head insignia which is actually there to show his great mouse mount. One of his tusks is partially broken. It is drawn as such to link with the mythological stories of him having one broken tusk. His physique is a little different from common loxodon features like elephant-like toes or bulky body. This is mainly to keep it closer to his mythological appearance, which is a human body with an elephant head. So here is the final artwork of Lord Ganesh as a Dungeons and Dragons hero. Hope you like the art and the discussion. Tell us which mythological or fictional character you want to see as a fantasy hero or villain next, and we will be drawing them while discussing it with you. If you like this video, please check out our channel where we will make art, discuss on mythology, stories, video games and many other things. You can also like and share this video and leave your valuable comment. Subscribing to our channel is also very much appreciated. We are also available for art commissions. You can check out the links given in the description. Thank you. See you soon.